Ever pondered how well you know your World War II history or how adept you are at real-time strategy games? This question gets to the heart of a unique blend that has been captivating gamers for years. Enter the world of Company of Heroes, a game developed by Relic that masterfully marries history and gaming. This isn't your average war game. Company of Heroes allows players to delve into the depths of World War II, bringing to life events that shape the world as we know it. Through the lens of a real-time strategy game, players experience both the strategic intricacies of warfare and the poignant realness of historical events. Over time, the game has evolved, expanding its scope and depth, thus enhancing players' understanding of the complex and often brutal realities of World War II. From the storming of Omaha Beach to the harsh winters of the Eastern Front, history is no longer a subject to be read, it's a game to be played. Strap in as we embark on a journey through time, exploring the evolution of the Company of Heroes game. Rewind to 2006 when Relic first introduced the original Company of Heroes. This game was a breath of fresh air in the real-time strategy genre, or RTS for short. It was a game changer, bringing World War II to life on our screens in a way that was both engaging and educational. The game's key features were its focus on strategy and tactics rather than resource gathering, and its destructible environments, which added an extra layer of realism. Company of Heroes was not just about winning, it was about how you won, whether through brute force or cunning planning. The gameplay was immersive, with players leading squads of soldiers into intense battles, capturing strategic points and managing resources to build an efficient fighting force. The game was praised for its historical accuracy, with real-life events and units forming the backbone of the narrative. With its immersive gameplay and historical accuracy, the original Company of Heroes set a new standard for RTS games. The game's legacy is still felt today, inspiring countless other games in its wake. Fast forward to 2013, the arrival of the long-awaited sequel, Company of Heroes 2. This sequel was more than a mere continuation. It was a leap forward in the realm of real-time strategy gaming. With the introduction of the Eastern Front, players were given a fresh perspective on the conflict. This was not just a change of scenery, but a whole new battlefield teeming with novel challenges and opportunities. Now players could command the Red Army, a force known for its relentless onslaught and indomitable spirit. This was a dramatic shift from the Western Front-focused narrative of the original game, and it added a whole new layer of depth to the game's strategic landscape. But the game didn't stop there. Company of Heroes 2 introduced a game-changing weather mechanic that added a new dimension of realism. Now, the bitter cold of the Russian winter could be as lethal as any bullet or shell. This wasn't just a cosmetic change, it was a strategic one. It forced players to adapt their tactics, to think not just about the enemy in front of them, but also the environment around them. And so, with these improvements and additions, Company of Heroes 2 redefined the landscape of WW2 RTS gaming. It didn't just replicate history, it brought it to life, placing players right in the heart of the action, making them a part of the narrative. Company of Heroes 2 took the WW2 RTS gaming to a new level, offering a more comprehensive and immersive experience. The journey didn't stop there, as Relic continued to expand the game with several expansion packs and DLCs. A notable addition to the series was the Western Front armies. This expansion transported us back to the iconic settings of the Western Front, introducing two new factions, the US Forces and the German Oberkommando West. Each faction came with its unique units, abilities and strategies, adding a fresh layer of complexity to the game. Then came Ardennes Assault, a single-player expansion that offered an immersive, narrative-driven campaign based on the Battle of the Bulge. This expansion showcased the unpredictability of warfare, as each playthrough offered a different experience thanks to the dynamic frontline system. Next in line was the British Forces, which introduced the UK military as a faction for the first time in the series. With a focus on versatility and technology, This faction brought a new playstyle to the game, enriching the strategic options available to players. But it wasn't just about adding new factions. Each expansion pack and DLC also introduced new maps and scenarios, further immersing players in the historical context of World War II. These additions allowed players to experience diverse aspects of the war, from the harsh winter of Russia to the rugged terrains of Normandy. Through these expansions and DLCs, Company of Heroes has continually evolved, offering players an ever-expanding WW2 gaming experience. And now we eagerly await the next chapter in this epic saga, Company of Heroes 3. The anticipation is palpable, a testament to the legacy of its predecessors. Expectations are soaring, not just for another riveting real-time strategy game, but for a continuation of the immersive historical narratives that have become the series' hallmark. Rumors swirl and speculation abounds, but if history is any guide, we can look forward to another meticulously researched, authentically detailed, and emotionally charged journey through the annals of World War II. The game is expected to build on the unique mechanics and deep strategic gameplay that made its predecessors so beloved, while introducing fresh ideas and innovations to keep players engaged. Company of Heroes has always been more than just a game. It's an interactive history lesson, a window into the past that has educated and enlightened countless gamers. As we await the arrival of Company of Heroes 3, one thing is clear: the game has truly brought WW2 history to life in the gaming world. So, what have we learned from our journey through the evolution of Company of Heroes? We've seen how this game has expertly merged the worlds of World War II history and gaming. Starting with the original Company of Heroes in 2006, we witnessed the birth of a real-time strategy game that set a new standard in the genre. The sequel, Company of Heroes 2, further expanded on this foundation in 2013, introducing new mechanics and more historical perspectives. As we explored the various expansion packs and DLCs, we saw the developers' commitment to continuously improving the game, adding depth and enriching the historical context. And now, we eagerly await the release of Company of Heroes 3, the next chapter in this epic saga. This journey has shown us the profound impact Company of Heroes has had on the RTS gaming scene, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a video game. Whether you're a history buff or a gaming enthusiast, Company of Heroes has something to offer you. It's more than just a game. It's a journey through history.